Exciting NBA postseason continues tonight with a gem in the desert as the Phoenix Suns try to take a 2-0 lead over the defending champion Los Angeles Lakers. So let's get you set for Game 2 by looking back first at Game 1. The Suns made a statement in their 99-90 win. Devin Booker led the way with 34 points, the most ever by a Suns player in his career playoff debut. This is uncharted territory for LeBron James, who has never faced a 2-0 deficit in the first round of the playoffs in his entire career. Teams that start a 7-game series down 2-0 have won the series just 7% of the time. And Anthony Davis, he's going to need to be a big part of the game if the Lakers want to win. He was not a big part. He was not good in Game 1. 5 of 16 from the field, scoring just 13 points, tied for his fewest ever in a postseason game. So something's got to change if the Lakers want to even this thing up. That's why we've got this covered from all angles. NBA reporter Dave McMenamin is here, along with analyst and NBA champion Kendrick Perkins. Guys, thanks for being here. Dave, we are going to start with you because we saw how much Anthony Davis struggled in Game 1. What are you hearing about his approach and his overall mindset heading into Game 2? As we recall, he took a lot of the blame after what happened in Game 1.
Yeah, so she said it's all on him, and the series, they won't be able to win a game, let alone the series, unless he starts to play better. And the good thing that Anthony has going for him is in the past, last year's playoffs, when he put himself out there that way, when he had games where he shot less than 50% from the field, he responded with 3 performances where he averaged 31.7 points per game on 57% shooting. So certainly, maybe he's one of those people where he doesn't show his best until his back's against the wall. The Lakers certainly will have their backs against the wall if they go down 0-2. And so a lot of motivation for him going into tonight. And they need it, because if Deandre Ayton outplays Anthony Davis while Devin Booker also outplays LeBron James, the Lakers are in trouble.
Absolutely. And people like Chris Paul and Monty Williams know that, hey, they got to be prepared for the best possible AD and then react after that. We shall see. Let's keep it going now. Matt?
All right, Sage, we're going to go from the player's perspective, welcoming in NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins. And Kendrick, AD shot 2 for 8 with Deandre Ayton as his primary defender in Game 1. A lot of people think the Suns didn't have an opportunity in this series because of their big men play. So how much credit do you give Ayton for Davis's performance on Sunday?
Well, Matt, you got to give him, first of all, I'm not a hater. You got to give him all the credit in the world. Anthony Davis has been having nightmares about Deandre Ayton, as he should, right? He handled him. He gave him the work on both ends of the floor, not just defensively, but he put up 25 and I believe 11 on the offensive end. He played an excellent game. And this is why, let me tell you one of the reasons why. A week before that, before the regular season ended, they played the Los Angeles Lakers and the Suns matched up. And Anthony Davis had 42 points. You don't think Deandre Ayton was hearing about that? You don't think that his coaches was on him about that? You don't think he heard that through social media, through guys like myself? And he manned the hell up and he guarded Anthony Davis. Now it's on AD to respond. So what I'm going to tell Deandre Ayton is he better strap his shoes up and strap his boots up really, really tight, because AD is going to come out aggressive. He's going to come out firing, and he's going to come out looking like a generational talent that we all have come accustomed to seeing.
It could be a great matchup tonight because AD has looked like the #1 overall pick for quite some time. Deandre Ayton hadn't quite got there, but this could be a good opportunity in this playoff series to show the worthiness of that top overall pick.